A pilgrim of the everlasting truth, our measures cannot hold his measureless mind. He has turned from the voices of the narrow realm and left the little lane of human time. In the hushed precincts of a vaster plan, he treads the vestibules of the unseen, or listens following a bodiless guide to a lonely cry in boundless vacancy. So this is the passage. Now, as we know very well that there is an evolutionary movement on earth which engulfs millions and millions of creatures, and on the front among all these creatures it is the human being who is like a pioneer on the march of evolution. So even though there are so many millions of people, and among even those people there are so many who try to tread the path of the soul, that is the spiritual path, to all these people this path is not shown, or all of them are not chosen. It is only a few who are chosen. And chosen by whom? There is an unseen eye, or we can say an unseen hand also, who maps each and every soul's journey through each birth and picks up the right one at the right time. The right one means the ripened soul, that is, when a soul has reached such a stage of evolution from which he or she can be helped to tread the path of the spirit. So, it is chosen by a secret witness eye and driven by a pointing hand of light. Naturally, what happens? The rest, all the people, all other people are engrossed in their daily humdrum of life. They are busy with their own priorities, fulfilling their desires, or in pursuing so many goals. And even after reaching all these, they find that they have missed it. But again, because they have not reached that stage of evolution, they again fall back into their usual core. They try to busy themselves with a lot of things, fulfilling their desires, and they are driven in a roundabout way by the existing forces which work in the universe. And about all these forces, they remain ignorant. They think, I am doing it. We are doing it. We know what to do, how to do, when to do. But finally, a time comes when they realize that something is missing. And that time comes after long, long years, after so many bars even. So here it is just like this, at the proper stage of evolution, that unseen eye, the secret witness eye, chooses someone and rests her embroiled in the daily humdrum of life. And here, of course, we know what Sri Aurobindo has said. He who chooses the infinite has been chosen by the infinite. It is true. But we think we choose God. But on the contrary, it is only God or the divine who first chooses us. His glance falls on us. Then only we feel something, some sort of a feeling of a quest inside to know about God. What is God? What is divine? What is truth? So, first it is the divine who chooses us, then only we respond to his picking us up. Then only we slowly try to know how we should move about, because it is only the divine who can lead us. And even when we find the path of the divine, path of the truth or the soul, even then we find ourselves in a lot of turmoil sometimes. In our life, there are a lot of vicissitudes. Rise and fall in our life through which we go. And we do not know why this happen. But the divine knows, and as a representative of the divine, the indweller, that is the soul or the psychic being, as we come to know from Sri Aurobindo and the Mother now, that it knows and it maps everything, even through the incidents in life which we do not expect to happen, even through all which seem to be just the contrary of our seeking towards God, towards divine. Even through all these, the divine takes us, guides us, leads us. And this path is immense, vast. That is why it says, across his soul's unmapped immensitudes. Because the soul, as it is the eternal, it watches over so many bars how the outer being is moving, what it is doing, how much progress it has done in terms of the spiritual path. So it maps everything, and as soon as one's time has come, he is picked up and guided on the path. Then the path is determined through success and failures, through downfalls even sometimes. He is driven surely. A pilgrim of the everlasting truth, our measures cannot hold his measureless mind. He has turned from the voices of the narrow realm and left the little lane of human time. Now, Sri Aurobindo is speaking about Ashapati. As we know that Ashapati is leading the human evolutionary journey forward, remaining in the forefront. So, Sri Aurobindo is speaking about him. His truth is eternal. So, it is not a perishable idea with which he is toying about. And it is not a temporary thought he is dwelling upon, but he knows for sure that there is a truth to know and there is a way also of the divine. And here, what is meant, our measures cannot hold his measureless mind. He has turned from the voices of the narrow realm. Narrow realm, by narrow realm, Sri Aurobindo is meaning that usually people are enmeshed, are uh, engrossed or busy in fulfilling their, trying to fulfill their path of the divine through lot of rituals, which by now we know to be the religion. So it has this narrow realm, it has this confined space through which only one has to move. He cannot go outside it. But only when someone crosses the barrier, the narrow lane, that is, he goes beyond religion to the spirit, then only he realizes that he is just on the threshold. What is the threshold? It is the opening, আমি অসমীয়াত কওঁ দুৱাৰদলি, threshold, opening towards a vaster space of the spirit. So one goes from the religious sect, which is confined in rituals, doing round and round, going round and round, towards the vaster realm of the spirit. In the hushed precincts of a vaster plan, he traces the vestibules of the unseen, or listens following a bodiless guide to a lonely cry in boundless vacancy. And when he enters that realm, that open vaster plan, which is laid by the divine, then in that silence, in that hushed space, all the arts, noise, sounds with which people get themselves busy, all of them fall silent. And in that silence, what happens? One knows that he is being guided. Where to go, how to be closer to the truth. It doesn't come in a single day. It takes a lot of time, but when he treads that path, that realm, then gradually he is guided, and guided surely. Then all the deep cosmic murmur falling still, he lives in the hush before the world was born, his soul left naked to the timeless one. He goes beyond the reach of the cosmic calls, and he finds himself in a hush where there is no sound, no gestures, no coatings to stand between him and God. And there is no veil even. That means he slowly identifies himself with the divine. So gradually, all that earlier used to deter him on the path of the spirit to the free lanes of the spirit, rather, by the established forces of the world through their workings, now he leaves behind and moves in the realm of the free spirit, where divine is the only guide. Far from compulsion of created things, thought and its shadowy idols disappear. The molds of form and person are undone. Everything which used to influence all the forms of people, the forms of things, and created things, everything slowly is falling away from him. The ineffable wideness knows him for its own. Now he has become one with the wideness itself. A lone forerunner of the Godward earth, among the symbols of yet unshaped things, watched by close eyes, mute faces of the unborn, he journeys to meet the incommunicable, hearing the echo of his single steps in the eternal courts of solitude. So, Ashapati, who is the pioneer for all of us, the humanity, he is advancing gradually and, of course, lonely, and he hears his footsteps because there is no other soul coming near him. He is the only one to tread those spaces. That is why he says, hearing the echo of his single steps in the eternal courts of solitude. It is all solitude there, and he hears in that solitude his own footsteps. A nameless marvel fills the motionless hours. His spirit mingles with eternity's heart and bears the silence of the infinite. Now his consciousness unites with the heart of eternity. His being is totally identified with the silence of the infinite. In a divine retreat from mortal thought, in a prodigious gesture of soul sight, his being towered into pathless heights, naked of its vesture of humanity. Now he has withdrawn from all mortal thought. Whatever a human has in his uh, mind, all human thought, everything has gone away. And his sight becomes not the sight of the mortal, but he sees through the soul. And all coverings of humanity fall off from him. As thus it rose to meet him bare and pure, a strong descent leaped down. Then Ashapati realizes that he is flooded with something else altogether which was not there hitherto. Till now, on earthly scene, whatever was there, all these things have gone, and in its place, it is something else, a descent from the higher realm, peace, silence, wideness, everything together as one entity has descended into him. So here we pause today.
Thank you.
Welcome.